Girlies, let's talk about dating apps. A couple weeks ago, a few of my reels went viral, and in them, I'm expressing how I called in my fiance, my perfect partner, and how one of the things that I was really calling in was that he's not on an app. He is not swiping because he's too busy doing other things. And of course, this triggered some girlies, and I understand this is my specialty, triggering other people. People say that I am being judgmental, of course. People say that,
oh, this is not realistic.
And other people say,
Oh my god, if I delete all of my apps, I'll never ever meet anyone.
And you know what? You create your own reality. Let's start with that. For me, my reality was that I knew I will not meet my person on a dating app, and I have my own opinions about dating apps. First of all, I feel like dating apps are rotting our brains. I feel like it's worse than social media. They make us run on cheap dopamine. They make people disposable. Because if you really think about it, each time you swipe, your brain is overloaded with information, and your brain is overloaded with all of these options. This is not natural for us to be exposed to 20 people in 1 minute. It desensitizes us completely. That once we start playing that game of ghosting, of not responding, of just seeing the other person as just an image in your screen. So apps can really easily make us burn out, make us super antisocial, and just overwhelmed. Second, I don't believe you can truly feel the other person through a screen. Unless you have very specific gifts, and I'm one of those people who has the gift of being able to read tarot or do a psychic reading for someone who's in Australia. But most people don't have that type of gift. We cannot feel or even smell and experience the other person's pheromones in order to make a decision if this is the right person for us. You cannot see how this person communicates. You cannot observe the person's movements. This is not real life. Who knows, at this point, this person might be using ChatGPT to write their messages to you. So I really feel like we need to experience a person in the real world, before we can know if we really like this person. Thirdly, me saying there's no kings on apps, I really mean it, because 90% of the men on the apps are just hiding behind a screen. They don't know how to approach a woman. They don't know how to speak to a woman. And I get it. It's become really complicated talking to a woman because we're so masculine nowadays. We're so, leave me alone. There's so many insecure men on those apps, and I've been on those apps. I've been on multiple dates through those apps, and I just realized, okay, this is such a perfect place for the guys who are super insecure to be hiding behind the screen. So girlies, I'm not judging anyone who met their king on the apps, and I'm wishing you all the best. If you're happy, I'm happy for you. But this was just my opinion and my experience. In my experience, I was calling in a man who is too busy to be on those apps. I was calling in a man who has a life outside of his house and outside of his work, and someone who I'll be able to meet in person.